I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The only source of knowledge is experience. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The only way to escape the personal corruption of praise is to go on working. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Common sense is nothing more than a deposit of prejudices laid down in the mind before age 18. The power of imagination is the ultimate creative power. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their minds. The ideals which have lighted my way have been kindness, beauty, and truth. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Love is a better teacher than duty. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? We know from daily life that we exist for other people first of all. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity. in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Never give up on what you really want to do. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The person who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. The greatest scientists are artists as well. True art is characterized by an irresistible urge in the creative artist. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Success comes from curiosity, concentration, perseverance, and self-criticism. The value of achievement lies in the achieving. Try to become not a man of success, but try rather to become a man of value. The high destiny of the individual is to serve, rather than to rule. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. God does not play dice with the universe. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Space and time are not conditions in which we live, they are modes in which we think. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Time is relative. Its only worth depends upon what we do as it is passing. The faster you go, the shorter you are. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, you think it's only a minute. But when you sit on a hot stove for a minute, you think it's 2 hours. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. Time is an illusion. Thanks for taking the time to watch. If these quotes resonated with you, consider hitting that subscribe button to join us for more inspiring content. And if you found value in today's video, giving it a like really helps others discover these messages too. See you in the next one.